wonderful is, and Kevin, whatever his name is, from the Shark Tank, he worked for Steve Jobs at one time and he hated him. He said he was the worst boss you could ever have. But at the end of the day, he really helped him kind of guide him in a business sense. Can you imagine somebody telling Steve Jobs, and he had a terrible personality, brilliant mind, terrible personality, that he couldn't do something, or that unless he paid you to do it, he couldn't do it? Can you imagine the backlash a guy like Steve Jobs, when he was at his highest level of power, would have done? I've had a couple phone calls in the last couple months talking about going on interviews, and I had guys say to me, I'm paraphrasing, of course, Ed, you have a strong personality. You come across a little bit intimidating at times when you start talking about passionately about something. Maybe it's sales, maybe it's operations, and you need to tone it down. If you want to get a job, you need to tone it down. And I'm like, I respect the fact that you tell me that. The fact of the matter is, I'm where I'm at, good or bad, because of my personality. It's what I grew up with, it's how I learned to get things done. And at 63 years old, I'm not going to change my personality. Now, I can be completely tactful with people, not cuss, not do those things, be very polite, but I also know what I'm doing. So if I'm up against a situation and I read that situation correctly, which I think I do 90% of the time, maybe 99, and I say this is what has you have to do to get it done, and people resist it, they're just resisting getting something done.